Hey everybody, wannabe scrapper here. I had a learning curve the other day. I stopped and got these. My wife called because she's excited for my new my new scrapping career too. So she called me and she said, "Hey, you had said that you were looking for copper and stuff," and she said there's these things out behind the hotel, out by the garbage bins that they have like all kinds of copper pipe on them, and they're just sitting by the garbage bin. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I work right by there. So I thought in the morning, it's like 6 in the morning, it's still a little bit dark. I'll whip in there and see what they are. And they were these air conditioning units. I got 4 of them. So I, my naivety, I ran right inside and I said, hey, well, like, what's going on with those air conditioners out there? The guy said, there was a couple of LCD TVs too. And the guy said, why do you want them? And I was like, yeah, if nobody wants them, I'll take them. Why wouldn't I? Like, that's crazy. Look at all that copper. So I load them up and they gotta be, I don't know, I can't lift one, like just pick it up. I have to like lift an end and drag it. And so I'm assuming they're like maybe 150 pounds. And so I get these things into the van. It wasn't too long. I could back right up to them, so it only took me I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I get them all in there, and I drive home, and I've just worked 12 hours, and I'm just thinking I'm just gonna drive these right to the scrapyard. Like, I'm gonna pull into the scrapyard with these and just sell them as they are, because I don't have I was going to town anyhow, I figured. So I thought I'd better phone the scrapyard first and make sure that they'll take the whole things, or if I have to break it all down. So I waited for them to open, and I called, and they told me that yeah, you can bring them in for sure. They have to be like certified. There has to be certification that the gas has been vented out. And I said, well, what do you mean? Like, she said, well, it's we can't take them unless the gas has been drained out. And I said, well, I'll drain the gas out of it. And she said, I don't think you understand, like, it's a huge fine. And I'm thinking, like, why? Like, so she said, no, they have to be like certified. There has to be a certification, and the guy who does it will tag it. And so I was like, okay, well. So I phoned a refrigeration company that she told me to call, and the guy said, well, yeah, we can do it. You're looking at probably $100 a piece to get the gas out of them. And I was like, what? Like, she had told me that I could bring them in whole, and it was $105 a ton, because you only get paid shred. So then, right then, I kind of was thinking I'm not going to do it, but I also was thinking I don't want to open these up myself. So I called this company, and I'm thinking, okay, if I'm going to tear it all down and get all the copper and aluminum out, maybe it'll be worth getting this. And the guy tells me it's $100 a piece, and so I got to drive an hour and a half, get this done, and then bring them back out and start tearing them apart. So I came out. I was just kind of looking at them. We can take them to our dump for free. I was thinking, well, I guess I just did a really good service to the hotel. But when I was looking at them, I noticed that one of the like the copper pipes on this one let me show you here. The copper pipes on this this thing here was already kind of busted up. So I thought, well, like I don't know how these work or anything, so that's why I was kind of leery. So I took my drill and I just poked a little pinhole in a line, and there was nothing in it. So when I talked to the guy at the gas place, he said, oh yeah, he said, if they're at the hotel, like they're, if it's a chain. I said, yeah, it's part of a chain. And he said, yeah, if they're there, he said, the technician that removed them and installed the new ones would have, he would have made sure they were degassed. And I said, oh, well, there's nothing on them. And he said, well, I don't know what to tell you about that. But he said, like, they're probably already done. But he said, shouldn't just go check. And so anyways, I saw that this one had the rip already in the line, so I figured, well, I'll scrap it anyhow, and then I'll check the lines on the other ones. They don't seem like, I couldn't see where they were ripped or anything. And then I guess I don't know where the weight is on them. I'm guessing that maybe there's a tank that's full of something, but yeah, either way, they're like heavy. So I figure this is a good way to spend my time, is just to bust these things apart while I'm getting paid. You know, I might as well. I just sit there and do nothing. I was just playing video games most of the time. I could have been doing this for the last year. I don't know why you guys didn't tell me all this before. Anyhow, if you have any comments that you can, throw a little advice my way. There was one guy on Reddit said that he like separates all that aluminum from the copper, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how you do that. I guess maybe once I start getting into it, I'll find out. But yeah, if any of you have any hints or tips and tricks, leave them in the comments for me, because I'm going to be here. I don't know how long it's going to take to do this. Probably a few days. Bye-bye.